More snazzy thoughts from December 9th, 2013. DNA and binary code. More wonderings. Continuing on with our DNA coding, what if we have genetic material that isn't even in this dimension? So we are unaware that we, infinite amount of DNA coding, hence the double helix. Perhaps we have DNA that activated once we pass on and enter the spirit world, and it's a DNA code that becomes activated from another dimension, spirit world, that enables us to know where to go, what to do, or even activate our spirit body and leave our physical body behind as we transform into spirits, aka light beings in the spirit world, which is in another dimension, of course. There have been theories that our DNA codes or carries all the information or lessons we've learned had in our previous lifetimes. All the information or lessons that we've learned or had in our previous lifetimes. Perhaps our DNA is the code for our blueprint. Perhaps our DNA codes us for who we are as souls and contains the information we need in order to be souls. Without it, we would be what? A frozen flesh computer that will never function? Who knows? But I suspect that our DNA is the coding of the higher power for the master plan creation of this universe. Hence, the reason why Reiki people say we possess the knowledge of the universe within our inner being, even though we're not aware of it or able to access it consciously. So they tell me. But moving on, I still am curious about the so-called beginning of time, or what appeared to be the beginning of the universe. Perhaps what appeared to be the beginning, or something being created out of nothing, which is something, was that the kinetic energy used to start the Big Bang had always been potential energy for an infinite amount of time prior to the Big Bang. So the energy of our universe was there all along in the form of potential energy, which appeared to be nothing. After all, most human beings have the potential to create life from what appears to be nothing and would remain nothing if the eggs never got fertilized. But there's the potential, hence the reason why I religiously take my birth control, semen poison, as I call it. And if energy can neither be created nor destroyed, then there may be the beginning of our universe as we know it. I suspect, though, that what codes the theory of creation, or maybe everything, can be done using a binary system. 0 and 1, only two symbols, yin and yang, are needed to code for, well, everything. Light, sound, electromagnetic frequencies, our DNA, electrical data, language of the Romans, angles, space, orbit, music, space, the orbit of life, vibrations, light, chemistry, structures, binaurals, and I have to wonder if it may code for TOE, or the theory of everything, or the master plan creation of everything. Since only two values are needed, 0 and 1, right? Well, 0 gives us a value of nothing, and we'd be in the 0th dimension. But we're not, so that'd give us the second value choice, which is infinity, or 1 over 0, binary, right? Just zeros and ones. Haha. Division by 0, since cells do divide or split up to keep on making life, or just remain in existence. And how else are we supposed to split atoms or divide values into smaller units down to the molecular level? Besides, binary code is based on multiplication, is it not? 2 times 2 times 2. Forgive me, for I just taught myself how to do binary coding, or at least roughly understand the concept. So I may be missing or mistaken as for my knowledge goes for binary coding. One can never be too sure, but so far this is my understanding of it, and the curious wonderings created from what little I've learned about binary coding so far. Two numbers, 0 and 1, which can be used to code for endless ideas and can actually be used to code for an infinity value of numbers using 1 and 0 or 1 over 0. After all, I was defined as division by 0 by Dr. Tampy. Haha. More random writings.